Hi, Amanda.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Get my video going.
I know, I'm trying to set myself up here.
Hi, Amanda, Talisa.
Hi, how are you, Alyssa?
Good.
Hi, Tracy.
You convinced me to try to do it live.
good. This is your first one?
First live. I've been doing all of them on days later.
Hi,
Right.
Tracy. It's good to see you, Tracy.
You too. How you holding up?
Okay. Been busy with work, thankfully. And busy with taking Zoom classes. Still running, but I have a mask now.
You have a what?
I use a mask to run now because, you know, it was hot this morning, but I just feel there's a lot of people out.
Yeah, I've been trying to go early on the days when I go.
Yeah, I know. I saw you posting. It's tough. Yeah. Well, you've been working. You've been busy.
I've been spending the majority of my time trying to oversee virtual school.
Yeah, it's a big thing with the kids. Yeah. Yeah. How old? What grades are they in?
8th, 7th, 6th, and 4th.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I a lot of coordinating.
But thank God we're all healthy.
Yeah.
I gotta go back to my screen.
Oh, Beth, where are you?
I'm on a beach in Fiji.
Hey, that's beautiful.
I have to take that off, so I have to go back and take that off. That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, oh no. Isn't that funny?
It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, you can do like the mountains. You can do like they have like a galaxy. They have trees.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Hey, I'm just happy I've got this thing up and running.
right? I gotta take this off, so I have to go back into it. Hold on.
Yeah, we want to see your cats again.
Yeah, I know. I go back. I gotta go back to my Zoom. Minimize. Home. Let me go back in. Okay, now I'm getting there.
There you are.
Enter full screen. Now, okay.
Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Lisa.
Oop, there she is. There's a cat. Back to gallery.
There you are.
Ta-da! The cat was just here too.
Trying to get this like to display on my TV, but the sound is not coming out too loudly. That's my
Oh.
only problem. But I'll figure it out. How are you?
Good. How are you? Hi, Cole. I just saw him in the back.
Yeah, I have him. I got him. He's excited to see you.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Lisa.
How are you? Nice to see you.
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Looks like you've got a nice view wherever you are.
I do. On my patio,
Nice.
yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, I think everyone else that's joining might be doing it another time. And I know Sari's with us, but she likes the video off. So you all don't have to have the video on if you are more comfortable, whatever you want. But it's kind of fun, gives us a little sense of community if you want to keep it on. Everyone can hear me okay, correct?
Yep.
Okay, good. So if you can just mute your line, I think everyone is except for Beth now. Yeah. And well, we just had Neil join. So as long as I can see you and you can hear me, I'm not going to do the yoga like I never do in my classes, because I want you to, you know, kind of tune out and try not to look around as much, and instead just enjoy yourself and listen and kind of pretend like you're in the studio. Hi, Neil. Well, that's not Neil.
No, it's Susan, actually. Hi.
Hi,
Sorry,
Susan. I'm good. How are
I'm
you?
up right here. I'm good. I'll go back and mute myself now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so if everyone can just stay on mute, and y'all can hear me, and I'll keep my eye on your alignment. Might call you out a little here and there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start today in a comfortable seated position. And welcome everybody. Thank you so much for supporting these classes and tuning in with us. So just peel the flesh away from your sitting bones. Start to lift up through the crown of the head. As you feel a little more length happening through your spine. I don't know where my camera is. Good. Try to roll your shoulders back and down. And if you feel well balanced or well grounded, you can flip your palms up for a symbol that you're ready to receive. If you feel like you were maybe rushing or doing a lot before now and you feel like you just need to get grounded, then you can flip your palms back down into your knees. And just start to get familiar, connected to the rhythm of your breathing. And I see some of you might have some props around. If you feel like this is kind of intense, just to sit like this, you can always sit on a blanket or a pillow or a block if you have one at home. We won't be here too terribly long, but just allow this first Sukhasana to help you set your intention for your practice this morning. Start to listen to the sound of your breath. Nice deep inhales and exhales. And take one more. On the next inhale, try to lift up and lengthen through your spine. And on the exhale, draw your shoulders back and down. You might keep your eyes closed. Inhale again, arms lift out and up. And exhale, lower your right hand behind your back and your left hand to your right knee. Use your arms to help you twist your spine. Inhale, lift up and lengthen. And exhale, twist. And keep looking back behind you. Take one more inhale. And exhale. Then keep that spinal twist and just move your chin to the opposite shoulder, dropping your chin and your shoulder down, feeling that nice neck and shoulder stretch. Try to keep your legs relaxed, your inner thighs soft. And then bring your back arm up and over and lean over to the left. Keep the right hip rooted down. You can look up or down, whatever feels better for your neck. Good. Take one more inhale. And exhale. Gently unwind, walk your hands forward, and just start to lengthen your spine over your crossed legs. You might rock a little side to side or kind of rock your hips, anything that gives you a little more movement in your pelvis and your back. And take one more breath here. Gently walk your hands back in, sit up nice and tall. Cross your ankles the other direction. Inhale, arms lift out and up. And exhale, your left hand behind your back, right hand to left knee. Inhale, sit up tall, lift and lengthen. And exhale, twist. Keep drawing the shoulders down your back. Take one more inhale. And exhale. And then just move your chin to the opposite shoulder, keeping that spinal twist for the double helix. Drop your chin, your shoulders down. And try to get your back palm down into the floor. And then bring your back arm up and over. Start to lean over to the right. Keeping the left hip heavy, your gaze could be up or down. And try to soften your left leg. Take one more here. And gently lift yourself up and start to walk your hands forward. Again, keeping your back as flat as possible. Rock a little side to side. And gently walk your hands back in. Roll over your feet and come into tabletop. And stack the wrists under your shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop your chest and look up. And exhale, round, tuck the chin in, press the tops of your feet down, try to keep your feet square. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop your chest and look up. Pull the shoulders back and down. And exhale, round. Pull the belly towards the spine, good. Take one more, inhale. Curl the toes under, drop your chest. And exhale, round. Good, try to push everything away from the floor, lifting your whole back body up. And then come into a neutral spine, bring your knees, your feet together. Curl the toes under and sit back for a toe stretch. Then lace the hands behind the back of your head. And start to pull your shoulder blades down the back, open your elbows nice and wide, and start to lift your chest up, creating a gentle back bend. Good, you might notice your knees sliding forward as you get deeper into your toe stretch. Keep opening your chest. One more breath here. And release your hands, lean forward. You can tap out your toes, circle out the ankles. And keep the tops of your feet down as you sit back again. Stretching out your shins, the fronts of your legs. That might be enough, or you can put a block under your knees, or you can lift one knee at a time, or always lift both as well. And just make sure your heels are squeezing together. They may not be touching, but just so they're not rolling apart so much. Good, take one more breath here. And gently lower your knees. You can circle out your ankles again if you need that. And sit comfortably on your feet and dial your fingertips back. Bringing your palms down into the floor. You can start to rock a little side to side. And keep your shoulders away from your ears. Good, try to spread through even your thumbs so you feel that meaty part of your thumbs getting a good stretch too. And then you can flip it around and go the other way, tops of your hands down, palms up. Good, release that and shake out your wrist, your fingers. And then return back to tabletop. with your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Pull the belly button in towards your spine without sucking in. You're just feeling that engagement through your core, and lift the right leg and your left arm. Keeping the gaze down so your neck stays nice and long. Try to internally rotate your legs. So you're rolling your right inner thigh up. Good, and then slowly exhale, round and curl, elbow to knee. You're just gonna do one set. So see if you can actually get your knee, your elbow to squeeze in close together. Inhale, lengthen out long. Reach back behind you and grab your foot or ankle. And if you can't get that, you can use a strap or just do it without the bind, and start to kick into your right foot as you lift up. Good, watch your knee, make sure it's directly behind your hip, not flaring out. Take one more breath, lift a little higher. Good, release, lengthen, forward and back. Now bring your left hand down, swing your left foot out to help you balance. You're going into a knee half moon. So stack your right hip on top of your left hip and lift your right arm up. Still on your left knee. Yep, there you go. And you can float your right leg if balance is okay this morning. So just think of a half moon, if you know what that is, on your knee. Good, take one more breath. And then if you want to go over the moon, good, Beth, you can bend your right knee, grab the outer blade of your foot this time, and kick back. Try not to kick up with your leg, instead kick straight back, that's it. Good, take one more breath here. And release, lengthen through that lifted leg. Lower your right hand. And push back to a down dog. Spread through the fingertips, relax your neck. And eventually find stillness. Pull the hips up and back and turn both heels over to the right. Let your hips kind of fall with you. Make sure it doesn't turn into like a weird plank. You want to stay in a true down dog so your hips are still lifting up and back. You're just on the sides of your feet, yeah. Good, and then lift your heels up and over to the left side. Try to target your side body. And then back up to center. Come high up onto all 10 toes. Turn the heels apart and sink your heels back and down. Take a big exhale as you lengthen through your spine. And shift your shoulders forward, lower down to your knees, and lower your chest and your chin with your elbows pointing up. So you're trying to aim your sternum onto the floor. Good, your hips are up. And then you can slide all the way down onto your belly. Hands stay under your shoulders, point the toenails into the floor, and inhale, lift for cobra. Just a little lift, keep the back of the neck long, feel your lower back engaged and working. Elbows squeeze in closer together, and take a rest, lower down. Walk the hands closer to your hips, second one, inhale and lift yourself up. Good, keep the back of the neck long, spread through the fingertips. And lower down. And push back to a child's pose. Knees can be together or apart, whatever feels best for you. Take one more breath here. And return back up to tabletop. Spread through the fingertips and lift your left leg and your right arm. Keeping the gaze down, try to lengthen your left inner thigh up. And exhale, round and curl, elbow to knee. Squeeze the knee in and up. Good, lift out of your standing wrist and then lengthen forward and back. Bend your knee behind you, reach behind and kick back. Good, keep kicking into your lifted leg and squeeze that left knee behind your left hip. Beautiful, release, lengthen forward and back. Lower your right hand, swing your right foot off the mat a bit to help you balance and lift your left arm up. Then you can lift your left leg so you're balancing on your right knee for supported half moon. Rotate the top palm, reach over your head, and then maybe you grab your foot and kick back. Only if you did last time, it's optional. Good, keep kicking into your hand, take one more breath. And release, lengthen. Lower the hands and push back to a down dog. Shift the shoulders forward to plank, inhale. And exhale, chaturanga, keeping your elbows squeezing in towards your rib cage. Inhale to upward facing, pull the shoulders back. And exhale back to downward facing. Take your time as you heel toe your feet to the top of the mat. Try to spread your toes with each step. Then your heels are slightly turned apart. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms lift out and up. And exhale, lower your hands by your hips for Samastarihi. Good, step your feet together, big toes touch, heels are still parted a bit. Bend the knees, arms lift up for Utkatasana, chair pose. Try to sit real low into your hips. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Ground the palms and step back to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing, pull the shoulders back, less neck, more upper body, more shoulders. Good, and push back to downward facing. And turn the left heel down, lunge your right foot forward, arms lift up to warrior one. Try to stay low through the hips as you pull your right hip back, your left hip forward. As you exhale, lower your hands to frame the front foot and step back for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Other side, right heel down, left foot lunges, arms lift for warrior one. Good, pull your left hip back, exhale, start to lower your hands, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, and push back to downward facing. Spread through your toes, see if there's space in between each toe as you turn your heels apart. Can you roll your inner thighs together and back? Keep unloading your wrists, pulling the hips up and back more. Good, neck is nice and neutral, relaxed. Take one more breath as you exhale a little deeper. And come high up onto the toes, bend the knees, and walk or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your front spine. Exhale, fold. And step the feet together, bend the knees, arms lift up, Utkatasana, chair pose. And come into Ardha Utkatasana, half chair. Get the length through your spine. Squeeze the biceps in towards the ears. Make sure all your weight's in your heels, spread through all 10 toes. And then start to reach your arms back. Can you get your hands higher than your hips, but don't lace yet, just squeeze. Feel your triceps engage. Start to squeeze your shoulder blades together more. And now you can lace your fingers behind you. Keep your upper body engaged as you fold into the legs. Pulling the hands away from your spine, your head towards your feet. You can always keep a slight bend in the knees. I actually prefer that. Good. Squeeze your shoulder blades together a little more, Tracy. Yes, there you go. Take one more breath here. And then keep your fingers laced. Try to keep your arms super straight as you inhale up to stand. Take a little back bend, knuckles towards the floor, push the hips forward, look up, inhale. And exhale, neutral spine, release the grip. Inhale, arms lift, out and up. And exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees on the way. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale the left foot back. Bring the left hand down and reach your right arm up for a twist. Ground through your back toes as you squeeze your right knee into the midline. Rotate the top palm and reach over your ear. Good, keep pulling the outer right hip back. Then reach your right arm up again. Lower the hand where your left hand is and lift the left arm up. Keep straightening your back leg, pressing through your back heel. Good, turn the back heel down and inhale slowly lifts you up to warrior two. Try to stay strong through your front leg. Good, inhale, reach your arms up, straighten out your right leg and pump your warrior just one time. And exhale, lower down. Keep tracking your right knee out. Pull the shoulder blades down the back and flip your right palm. Inhale, reach forward and exalt the warrior. You might bind your left arm around your back to grab your inner thigh. Keep bending your right knee. Push your knee out a little more, Alyssa. Yes, good. And back into warrior two. Right elbow to the quad, left arm up, Utthita Parsva. Bend your right knee, get a little deeper through your legs. Rotate the top palm and reach over your left ear. Keep grounding the outer blade of your back foot. And if you do want to go to the floor, you can go with your right hand down to the block or the floor. If you feel ready for a bind, you can certainly go there too. Keep trying to stay deep through your legs and long through your back leg. Pull your left shoulder back, everybody. Good, take one more breath here. And gently inhale, lifts you up to standing. And cartwheel the arms around, exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale brings you to the back bend, up dog. And exhale back to down dog. And come high up onto the toes, bend the knees, walk or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine, and exhale, fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, and exhale the right foot back. Right hand down, left arm up for a twist. And pull the outer left hip back, squeeze your left knee into the midline, rotate the top palm and reach over your head. Stay strong, straight through that back leg. Good, left arm up, broaden. Lower the left hand where your right hand is and reach the right arm up. Try not to let your legs move too much. Keep your legs super stable. Good, keep spreading through your back toes. Try to pull your right rib cage back more. And then slowly turn the back heel down and lift yourself up to warrior two. And straighten out the left leg. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, lower down. Just kind of resetting your warrior two. Hopefully better alignment as you tuck your tail. Push the left knee out a little more and relax your upper body. Flip the left palm, reach forward and exalt the warrior. You can wrap your right arm around your back. Keep pushing the left knee out. Good, bend your left knee a little more if you can, Beth. Good, back to warrior two. Straighten your back leg more, Ricardo. And then left elbow to the quad, right arm up. Rotate the top palm and reach over your right ear. Try to scoop the left hip under and start to get deeper if you went to the floor or out of in your binds. Everybody keep rolling your right ribs back as you spin your chest up towards the ceiling. Good, take one more breath. And gently release back up to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the arms around, step back, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale back. And keep pulling the hips up and back, unloading your wrists, your shoulders, soften your facial muscles. Come high up onto the toes, bend the knees, and walk or jump feet to the outside of the hands, coming down to a yogi squat. We're really using this as a transition, but you might need a block. Now try to push your elbows into your knees as you pull your shoulders back. Nice open chest, and your back as vertical as possible. Good. Now you're going to engage your legs. So keep pushing your knees out as you bring your arms forward. And bring your right elbow under your left for eagle arms. Good. Now pull your shoulder blades down the back. Keep your hands away from your face. Keep pushing your knees back and slowly dig into the heels as you come up to standing. Take your time. Good. Heel toe your feet together. Ground through your left foot and lift your right knee. Try to get it higher up above your hip and then stack right over left for eagle legs. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Bend your standing legs, sit lower through the hips. Keep pulling the right hip back. And if you want to, you can fold forward. Keep pulling the elbows away from your hips. Good. Back of the neck is long. Take one more breath here. And then slowly stand back up. Unwrap your arms, your legs slowly as you swing your right leg straight back into airplane. Keep a slight micro bend in your left leg. Try to turn your right inner thigh up. Good, and then bend your left knee and lunge back to crescent. Arms lift up overhead, squeeze into your hips. You can always lower your back knee if that helps you. Hands to heart center and twist to the left. Good, ground your back pinky toe just as much as your big toe. That'll help you balance. Remember, the twist is the priority, so you might get a better twist with your knee down today. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Good, now try to get your thumbs at heart center so you're lifting up out of your bottom shoulder. Elbows nice and broad. Take one more. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Unwind. Hands frame the front foot. Straighten out your left leg. Coming into Parsvottanasana. Root the left big toe down and pull the outer left hip up and back. Keep straightening your left leg as much as you can. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the front spine. And exhale, fold deeper. Good, one more. Inhale, lengthen. And bend the left knee a bit. Right leg lifts for standing split. Keep pulling the torso towards your standing leg. And bend your right knee, reach behind and see if you can grab your right foot with your left hand. Now that might be a lot. You can stay and work that, or you can start to pull your chest down more and kick your right knee up. Good. Take one more breath. And then release your foot, lift it all the way up, flex the floating foot, and lower right to meet the left. Beautiful. Halfway lift, lengthen through the front spine. Exhale, ground the palms, walk or float, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale back. Come high up onto the toes, bend the knees, walk or jump, feet to the outside of your hands. Back to yogi squat. Again, we're not here too terribly long, so maybe you can work on that transition as you work your spine a little straighter, your shoulders back more. If you feel like you're gonna fall back, you're not unique. Everybody feels like they're gonna fall back, so that's why you use your elbows more to kind of help you balance. Good. Now start to engage your outer hips more and bring your arms forward. And then bring your left elbow under your right for eagle arms. Try to stack shoulders over your hips as you lift your elbows. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Root through your heels and slowly stand tall. Good. Heel toe the feet together. And ground through your right foot and lift your left leg. Try to lift your knee higher than your hip and then stack left over right for Garudasana. You can double hook the toes. I see some of you've got that double bind. Good. Bend your standing leg more. Pull your outer left hip back more, Alyssa. Good. And yeah, you can start to fold. Notice your jaw. Can you relax? Can you engage what you need to and then soften everything else? Good. Gently unwrap your arms, your legs as you stand tall. Swing your left leg back slowly with control into airplane. Flex the floating foot. Keep a micro bend in your standing leg. Good. Drop that left hip more, Chase. Yes. And then bend your right knee and lunge back into crescent. Squeeze into the inner thighs, ground your back pinky toe more. Hands to prayer and twist to the right. Maybe the knee down provides a better twist today. Good. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist deeper. Stay forward through your hips. Come forward more, Alyssa. Yeah. Whoops. One more here. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist deeper. Unwind, hands down. Straighten out the right leg. You can shorten out your stance for Parsva-Ttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the front spine, shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, fold deeper. One more here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, lengthen. Bend your right knee a bit. Left leg lifts, standing split. And work on pulling your chest towards your standing leg. And then bend your left leg, reach behind and grab it with your right hand. You can stay and just work that, or start to pull your chest down as you kick your left knee up higher. Sometimes the hips go all wonky, so try to keep your pelvis level. You usually have to engage that left hip more, lift it up. Good, that's it. And then flex the floating foot, release the leg. Keep the legs as straight as possible as you lower left to right. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And ground the palms, walk or float, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale back. Take one more breath here. Turn the right heel down, lunge your left foot forward, and walk the hands over to the right. So you're in a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the front spine, and exhale, fold deeper. Start to walk your hands back, pulling your chest through your legs, and keep pushing the outer blades of your feet down as you pull your head towards the floor. Now I see a lot of you flipped your palms around, and there's nothing wrong with that, but just try a different version today. So flip your fingertips to face forward, bend your elbows, and start to press the heels of your palms down into the floor as you squeeze your elbows in. See if by pushing down into your hands, you can get a deeper fold. I see some, yeah, Jacqueline, good, you went deeper for sure. Try to keep your weight into your toes so your hips stay forward. Take one more breath here. Good, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Walk your hands under your shoulders so you have a nice long spine, and place your left hand under your nose and reach the right arm up. Push down as you reach up through the right shoulder. Now that might be enough, or you can bend your right arm, wrap it around your back, grabbing inner thigh or clothing, and left hand to your right ankle. Good. Your inner thigh's right there, Ricardo. Keep rolling your right shoulder back. Take one more breath here. Now, if you want, you can release your top arm, go in between your other arm and leg for the double bind. It's optional. If it's confusing, just leave it out. Yep, you got it, Jacqueline. Now pull your head under your, or in between your arms and kind of look towards me. Yeah, there you go. Good, inhale, lengthen through the front spine. Release all of the arms, and we'll do the other side. So right hand down under your nose, left arm up. And spin your chest, but keep your back as straight as possible. So you might be able to see yourself in your camera. Try to get your shoulders lined up with your hips. That's it. And then bend your back leg as you wrap your top arm around your back. See what you can hold. And right hand to left ankle. And keep the weight into your toes as you roll your top shoulder back, opening up your chest towards the ceiling. Good, Lisa. Try to roll that left shoulder back more. Yeah, that's it. Then if you went for the double bind, you know who you are. Susan, see if you can straighten your left leg. Yeah, there you go. Try to broaden through your chest more, Jacqueline. Pull your shoulders apart. Yeah, there you go. Good, gently unwind, both hands down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And place your hands to your hip joints. Lift the inner arches of your feet and inhale up to stand. And take a little back bend, hips press forward, look up, inhale. And then come into a neutral spine. We're setting up triangles, so you might need a little shorter stance, some of you. Pivot the right toes out. Lift the arms out to a T. Keep your kneecaps lifted. Your legs are super engaged. Reach to the right and lower right hand down, left arm up. Gaze is up at your left thumb. Yeah, any options here if you want the left arm above your head. Some of you like to hold your arms above your head. Just make sure you don't lose the integrity of the pose. You want your back heel heavy and your left ribs, your left hip rolling back. Good, take one more breath here. And then ground through your back heel and everybody inhale up to stand. And reverse your feet. Shoulders relax, kneecaps lift, inhale, reach towards the left and tilt for left side triangle. Gaze is up at your right thumb. Try to scoop the left hip under as you pull your right ribs back. Good. Keep straightening your legs if you can, Ricardo. Yes. One more here. Ground through your back heel and inhale up to standing. Step your right foot to meet the left, coming to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms lift out and up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, walk or jump, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale, back. Shift your shoulders forward to a plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Come all the way down to your belly and your forehead. Straighten your arms back by your hips so your palms are facing down and your thumbs are turned out. Good, we're setting up Salabhasana. So exhale fully. And on the inhale, lift your head, your shoulders, then your feet, then your knees. Your hands stay down, your hips stay down. Good, keep squeezing your shoulder blades together, nice long neck. Keep reaching like your fingertips are trying to touch the back of your mat. Get your legs a little straighter, Lisa, if you can. Good, and slowly lower down. Bring your right ear down, you can shake out your hips. And then forehead down. Second one, inhale, press into your palms and start to engage your whole back body as you lift everything up. Now this time, bend your knees, grab your feet or your ankles, whatever you can get. If you need a strap, that's totally fine too. And start to kick back into your feet. Good, keep lifting your chest. Pull your chest towards the front of your mat. Squeeze the knees in, take one more breath here. And gently release, opposite ear down, shake out your hips, let it go. We'll do one more just like that. So forehead down, bend your knees, reach back behind you. Inhale. Exhale fully. And on the inhale, kick back. Good, keep kicking. Use your power legs, super strong legs as you squeeze your knees together. Kick back more. Kick, kick, kick. Good, pull your chest forward more, Susan. Yes, take one more. And slowly lower down. Good, bring your hands under your shoulders and push back to child's pose with your knees together and your hands back by your feet. Now you can stay or grab the outer blades of your feet with your hands. Keep your head close to your knees as you roll to the crown of the head and lift your hips up for rabbit pose. Keep pushing your shins down as you lift your hips up. Good, you can stay, or those of you that may want to do a headstand, you can do tripod or traditional. You got 10 breaths or so to play. And slowly start to lower your feet. Good. Come onto your knees. And then everybody slide forward back onto your belly. Bring the arms out to a T. And make sure your hand is in line with your shoulder. Now, if you have hyperextension or you just have super flexible shoulders, you can always cactus your right arm. So you would bend your right arm and make it like a 90-degree angle. Then your left hand comes under your left shoulder and start to roll gently over to the right. Good. Once you get kind of comfortable with it, you can scoot your hips back over to the middle of your mat. And do your best to let your floor do the work. Your job is to simply relax and learn how to let go. Those of you that want more, you could start to bend one knee, bend both knees. Yeah, you can always reach your left arm around and lace your fingers. Just make sure you don't move your right hand to get that grip. Take one more breath here. Gently roll onto your stomach and set up the other side. Extend your left arm out, right arm under your right shoulder, and roll to the left. Taking your time, setting it up. This side might feel entirely different. Honor where it is at. Good. Scoot your hips back over to the middle of your mat. Try to keep your head down so your neck stays nice and neutral. Yeah, good. Take one more breath here. Roll onto your stomach again. And you can push back into a child, or if you feel ready for down dog, you can go right into that. Step the feet together, big toes touch, and lift your right leg. Open up the hip, sink the left heel. Good, bend your right knee, flex the foot, start to kick it over to the left more. Then option to flip your dog or stay right here. Good, lift your hips, reach forward, look forward. And flip back around, bringing your right knee into your right tricep. Shoulders forward, hover. Good, right knee down to your right wrist, hover. Then over to your left wrist, then your left elbow, back over to your right elbow, your right wrist, your left wrist, back up to your elbow, lift it up, high up, and then lower your right knee behind your right wrist for a well-deserved pigeon. Good, walk your hands in, and then start to walk your arms forward. Keep lengthening through your back leg. We often forget about that back leg. Cool, see if you can try to get your left hip down more so you're not resting on your right side as much. Yeah. Take a few more breaths here. Last breath. Now you can start to walk your hands in, but you're going to stay on your elbows. Keep your elbows under your shoulders. Curl your left toes under and slide your right leg back to meet your left for Sphinx. Good, so your hips and your legs are down, good. Now keep your fingertips spread on the floor and pull your hips towards your elbows and your shoulders back. So you start to engage your Sphinx even more, beautiful. Now walk your knees together And bend your left knee and grab your left foot with your left hand for a quad stretch. Oh, you're so close, Lisa. Maybe grab your pants. Yeah, there you go. Good. Now try to push your left front hip into the floor so you're not leaning to your right as much, and keep your chest lifted. If you feel ready for this back bend, then you can always straighten your right arm. It's intense. Yeah, nice, Jacqueline. I can't tell if your arm is straight or not, Tracy. Looks like it might be. No? Okay. Good. Slowly start to back out and lower down. You can bring your forehead down, release your back, and then push back to a child's pose. Knees together or knees apart. And spread through the fingertips and lift up to down dog. And shift the shoulders forward to a plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale back. Good. Step your feet together. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Open up the hip. Bend your left knee. Flex the left foot and kick it over to the right, but keep sinking your right heel. Good. You can flip your dog or stay right here. Lift the hips, reach forward, look forward. Good. Lift your hips a little higher. Flip back around. Left leg lifts. And bring your left knee into your left elbow, tricep, shoulder shift forward, hover. Left knee to your left wrist. Then over to the right wrist. Then up to your right tricep. Over to the left again, one more square. Over to the left wrist. Then the right wrist. Then the right elbow, lift up. And then bring your knee back into the midline and set up your pigeon. Inch the knees apart and walk it forward when you're ready. Good, that looks good, Cole. Keep lengthening through your arms. Try to soften yourself off your elbows. Take 2 more deep, long breaths here. And start to walk your hands back in, elbows under your shoulders. Curl the right toes under and slide your left leg to meet the right for Sphinx. Good, kind of hook the front hip bones into the floor as you drag your hips towards your elbows and pull your shoulders back. You might want to walk your feet back, getting a little longer out of your legs. Good. Then keep that nice lifted chest and walk your knees together. Bend your right knee and grab your foot with your right hand. Or your pants or whatever you can get, right? Good. Now try to push the front of your right hip down so you're staying even. You're not leaning to the left so much. That's it, Alyssa. Nice. Pull your left shoulder down a little more. Yes. And then straighten your left arm if you did last time. Good. Keep breathing. One more here. And gently release that foot as you push back to child's pose. And just feel that nice release out of your lower back. Walk the hands forward, spread through the fingertips, lift up, and move through your final vinyasa. From your down dog, come high up under the toes, bend the knees, and walk or float through, coming into seated. Good. Peel the flesh from your sitting bones. Keep your toes facing up and roll your inner thighs together. Inhale, arms lift out and up. And exhale, fold forward for Paschimottanasana. If you can't grab your feet, grab your shins. Yeah, I love seeing the straps being used, whatever works for you. But Susan, bring the strap up over the balls of your feet. So instead of the inner, yeah, and use that to kind of help you pull your toes back. You'll get a better stretch. Good. Turn your heels out a little more, Jacqueline. Yeah, there you go. You can bend your knees too if that gives you a longer spine. That's really what we're working on, is lengthening through your spine. Good. Inhale, pull your chest forward, and exhale, fold a little deeper. Good. Inhale lifts you up. Now try not to use your hands for the transition. See if you can use your hips and your core, your leg. Bring your left foot to your right inner thigh. Good. Inhale, arms lift out and up. And exhale, fold over the right leg for Janu Shirshasana. And keep the toes facing up. So I just posted a video if you all follow me on Instagram, because this pose tends to, well, they all have a lot of misalignments, but what you want to try to do is keep your toes facing up. Keep your foot as square as possible, which means we most likely have to pull your pinky toe back because it always wants to roll forward. And you might even kind of push your big toe forward. And then try not to let your leg roll out. Instead, you want your kneecap, your toes to always stay facing the ceiling. And don't forget about your bent leg. So push your left foot into your right inner thigh, almost like a tree pose. Good. And then inhale, lengthen through your spine, and exhale, fold a little deeper if you can. Oh, there's the kitty. Good. Inhale up and slide your left leg straight. Try not to use your arms, use your core, sit up nice and tall, and bring your right foot to your left inner thigh. Good. You might need to peel the flesh from your left hip. You can use your hand. And then inhale, arms lift out and up, and fold over your left leg. Again, you want to keep your toes facing the ceiling, your kneecap facing the ceiling. As you pull your left pinky toe back, and maybe you push your left big toe forward. And then try to push your right foot into your left inner thigh, and maybe your right knee can come lower to the floor. Yeah, good. Those little tweaks make a major difference, right? Take one more here. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold even deeper. Beautiful. Inhale lifts you up. And stay sitting up nice and tall. Slide your right leg to meet the left. Bring the arms forward, palms face each other. Keep your feet anchored down into the floor and slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. Good, then bring your hands on the floor next to your hips. Keep your legs active, feet stay flexed, and push into your hands, push into your lower back as you slowly lift your feet up. Good, keep pushing into your hands. If you practice plow, then push into your hands, lift your feet up over your head. If you're leaving that out because of any neck stuff today, you can always do a happy baby to wind down, or you can stay in Supta Dandasana with your feet over your hips. Good, take another 6 breaths or so in whatever you've chosen. And when you've had enough, slowly start to come out of it, maybe taking a final seated forward fold. Especially if you did plow, please do that. Good, and roll onto your back. If you feel like you need a final twist, go ahead and take it, or you might be ready for your Shavasana. And eventually make your way to that final resting pose. Inhale, open up the mouth, stick out the tongue, and a vocal exhale. Again, let it all go. Maybe you even stick out your tongue for a little lion's breath. Exhale. Don't be afraid to take up some space. Let your limbs fall off the edges of your mat and just rest. And see if you can just start to allow yourself, your mind to be so quiet that you start to notice tiny little distant noises in your homes. And then as you start to detach even more from this materiality, from your environment, maybe you don't even notice any of those noises as you just let go. And I'll bring you back out of this shortly, but just take a few moments of complete stillness. Gently start to bring some awareness back into the environment, back into your body as you wiggle your fingers, your toes, deepen your breathing. Rock your head side to side, maybe reach up over your head. Hug your knees into the chest, rock and roll a few times. And when you're ready, come up to a comfortable seated position. Place your hands at heart center. Closing the eyes and just taking a moment to reflect on how differently you feel. Acknowledging the resources that brought us all together. Acknowledging the health that brings us together. May we always be grateful for just the simple things. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your practice with each of us this morning. Have a wonderful day. God bless. Namaste. Oh, hi.
Miss
So good to
Ellen,
see you all. Hi.
meet you virtually.
How do y'all feel?
Oh, good. Thank you.
Really
Good.
great. Thank you very much. Wonderful.
My pleasure.
Great.
That was great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thanks, Amanda.
You're welcome. Bye, Ricardo.
Bye.
Thank you. It was awesome. Thank you.
Good. Good. Have a great day, Beth.
Nice to
You
meet you,
too.
giraffes.
Bye, Amanda. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
guys. You're welcome. Have a great day. Good
You
to
too.
see you.
Bye.